All right, well, thanks everybody for being here today. It's really an amazing announcement that we have to make here. Before we do that, I want to recognize Whitney Meadows here from Senator Paul's office. Thank you for joining us. And we'll be hearing from our councilmen here in a second. And I want to thank our partners. I'm going to talk a little bit more about you all later on in the announcement here. But when you think about the progress that has been made here since 2011, it is nothing short of incredible. You know, we frequently talk about us and the importance of us being a compassionate city. And by that we mean not just compassion toward people, but compassion toward animals of all types, not just the human animals. And that's true throughout metro government. And what we're seeing here in the fantastic advancement at our Metro Animal Services here in Animal House is just a perfect example of that. And it's important. People all throughout the country, but especially in Louisville, they love their pets. They just love their pets. And anybody that's had a pet understands why people love their pets. They're part of the family. I was here, I think about 2 weeks ago. I dropped in on a Saturday to see what was going on, and there was a family that was having their first adoption, their first pet that they've ever had, and they were so excited. You know, and you could see the sparkle in the eye, and they had the picture of their dog that they were getting ready to go, and they were ready for a lifetime of happiness with that. So it's just really cool to see that taking place here, and it just always reminds me of people and their affection for their pets. So when we started here, we said we want to set a high bar, a high standard for all of our agencies, including Louisville Metro Animal Services, in terms of measuring one of the key points of data for all animal services groups, and that is live release rates. As you might remember, 7 years ago, Metro Animal Services was an agency in crisis. We made many changes, and we've seen progress year over year. We've formed some terrific partnerships that have led to making this announcement here possible. We've made those partnerships with the Kentucky Humane Society, ASPCA, the Alley Cat Advocates, and many, many others to bring our release rate steadily upwards. And then we've also always been dependent on great leadership here at the facility. And in 2016, when it was time for a new leader here at LMAS, we knew, Doug Hamilton is back here, he's the chief, and Ellen Hessen, our deputy mayor, we knew we had somebody in metro government that would be perfect for the job, somebody that had the experience, the passion for animals, vision for us to help continuously improve. Now, he didn't have any experience in an animal shelter, but when we approached this strong leader, he said, I think I can do it. I don't have the experience, but I know process, I know people, I know leadership, I've got passion for animals. Let's take this thing on. Now, we knew Ozzie Gibson from his 26 years with leadership with Louisville Metro Police Department. I knew he loved animals through his Shih Tzu, Ellie, and I just knew that he could be the right leader for LMAS if he accepted the job. And fortunately, he said yes, and in the last 18 months, this remarkable team here and all throughout Metro Animal Services has responded to Ozzie's leadership and his unique style to collectively do an outstanding job together. And that's why we're here today. We want to celebrate the work that LMAS has done and completing a really dramatic and impressive turnaround. So here's the big number. In 2017, not one dog, not one cat in our care was euthanized to create space because they'd been here for too long. So think about that, not one. 7 years ago, our live release rate was around 70% for dogs and 30% for cats. Today, I'm happy to announce that Metro Animal Services' live release rate for both dogs and cats is over 90%. You might remember there was a lot of media coverage on LMAS back in the day, so I want to thank the media for being here today to really cover this really important and positive news for the community. And I want to say a big thanks to the dedication and compassion of our Metro Animal Services team and a host of great partners and volunteers. I'm really proud to say that Metro Animal Services has achieved no-kill status for time and space, a big, big deal. So I'd like now to ask Pat Mulvihill. We're in his district, and Pat was the general counsel for the city of Louisville throughout much of these transitions that's taken place at Metro Animal Services. So he has a unique perspective on LMAS, both from the city service side and his time as a council person, with this being in his district here. Councilman.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. What a great facility. I'm proud to have this facility in District 10. You come in, it smells clean. I mean, I can't imagine anybody wouldn't want to come in here and adopt a pet. So folks out there, if you happen to watch the news tonight, come on in and adopt a pet. I'm sure we have plenty, and I'm sure we can accommodate you. But it has been quite a transition. I remember back in 2011, I remember talking to Lori Redmond, who's out there. I remember there's been partnerships, and there's also been some other, maybe we might have gone some different routes. But I'm proud of LMAS to have stayed the course, proud of the mayor's leadership to get this done. And certainly, I can't help but say, because I've called him this since I've known him, Ozzie Gibson to me is the Wizard of Oz. I've been calling him the Wizard of Oz. And he must have used all that magic with all his partnerships and his great team to make this happen, because I know in 2011, nobody could have envisioned that today we'd have a over 90% live release rate for both canines and felines. So to them, good job. And with that, I'll turn it back to the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. That's pretty good. The Wizard of Oz has done his magic here, but it's not just one-time magic. The impressive thing about the team now and Ozzie is how you're holding those gains and even more improvement. So people need to remember that, you know, we accept any animal that comes in. And today, what was it, a miniature goat we got today? Got a miniature goat today. We get pigs dropped off. We get horses dropped off. And so, you know, we take them all. An animal's been hit in the middle of the road, unfortunately, they come to LMAS, and then we do the best we can with what we have. And Ozzie takes every one of these seriously, just like our entire team does here as well. But Ozzie, I want to say a big, big thank you to you and your team on behalf of all of our citizens, two-legged and four-legged citizens both. They're all thankful for you. Let's hear from Ozzie Gibson.
All right. So we're going to follow the yellow brick road to get here, right? That's right. All right. First of all, Mayor, thank you for allowing me to take over Metro Animal Services, and Chief Hamilton for having the faith. It was very eye-opening for me coming here and learning what I've learned and having to learn it very quickly. And we've achieved a lot of success, but there's been a lot of people that support me and help me get here. So what I want to do today is praise the people and the organizations that have continued this, because as the mayor stated, there was a lot of bumps in the road, but nobody gave up. Everybody kept trying to climb that hill to get us where we're at. So we've had an unbelievable year. Been here 18 months. I can't believe that's gone that fast. I've met a lot of passionate, dedicated people. First, I got to thank all my employees. I am nothing without my employees. Nothing gets accomplished. They're very passionate, dedicated. I watch them day in and day out take in animal after animal, that most of them have some kind of illness, and every single one of them is homeless. And once you nurse it back to where it needs to be, then you got to find it a home. And that's the hard part. It's been very humbling. Second, our fosters, our volunteers, Friends of Metro Animal Services, they donate all their time, and they don't get anything out of it other than the satisfaction of doing the right thing. Second, all of our local rescue groups and partners that have been going at this for a long time. They pull our animals, they try to find them forever homes. Karen, I got to single you out. You are a tireless worker. Pound for pound, I've not met anybody that has started something and accomplished it, and it shows. Unbelievable work. Thank you. Lori, you and your staff, for years and years at the Kentucky Humane Society, have done so much for this community to save pets. I can't thank you all enough for your all support and helping me and teaching me to get where we're at today. I gratefully appreciate it. Our national partners, as the mayor said, ASPCA, Target Zero, Best Friends Animal Society, PetSmart Charities, they've all stepped up and helped us out throughout the years. But most importantly, what truly has got us there in this short period of time is our citizens and the compassion that they have shown to come into this building and adopt out almost 1,000 more animals than the previous year is remarkable. So I thank them if they're out there and can see this. I also thank the people that did not adopt, however, made a donation to pay it forward to keep this going so that somebody that couldn't afford a pet has a chance to come in that door and get one and take a homeless pet from our community. And last, my goal is some savings to the community, Mayor. I'd like to be able to just bring that back and change the 8 next year. That's our goal. We want to continue to be a no-kill shelter for time and space. So that is all I have, and I thank all of you and all of my staff and the community for helping us not giving up, and we climb the mountain. So thank you.